super pumped to be back in Tassie. We've crossed the Bass Strait and yeah, we've landed in Tassie this morning. So we've just done a little bit of shopping this morning to get some food, and then we've got some fuel, and now we're heading east. We're going to head out and play on some sand dunes for a bit and potentially camp there the night. But the main idea is to get over east, and then we're going to head sort of south and then come back up the west coast. So plenty of cool tracks planned. We've got some pretty cool cars in our crew, so there's 5 of us. So there should be plenty of action and plenty of good time, so stay tuned. How's the snug fit, Louis? We made it, Tasmania. Let's get into it. So after we left the boat and got sorted in town, we started the drive over to this epic beach run. It has a pretty well-known sand dune area in it, so we're all keen to get out there and have a play. But first things first, we drop onto the beach and then we air the tyres down. We managed to meet up with the local Timmy. You've probably seen him on YouTube before. He's got a chopped GQ ute with a TD in it, and he just come for a cruise for the day just to yeah, show us around and give us some hot tips for the rest of the trip. Perfect opportunity to test out the new turbo setup on the wagon, so let's give it a run.
I was checking under the engine. It's all good. Yeah, might as well.
I got it.
These run for like 200,000 k's without a service. You won't get much more than that. Lock it up.
After a bit of cruising around, we found it. This is the big sand dune. There was a couple locals there that said in peak season this sand dune area gets absolutely packed. I can see why, it's good fun.
need to give him more berries.
We had a special guest come show us some stuff. Old Timmy.
Turn the party lights on.
Yeah. Look at him.
You gotta get those 40s, mate.
Yeah. So Timmy just quickly dropped in for the day. He just come for a spin out in the dunes. He gave me a few camp spots. It was good to catch up with him. I only ever talked to him, so it was awesome to meet him. And yeah, he gave us some pretty sweet camp spots and some good tracks to hit. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so we've just left camp for the morning and we are going to head further east. So the aim today is we're going to get over to Winifred Weir and Jeep Track and check out the Bay of Fires. But nice little campsite just in off the dunes for the first night in. Still got a little bit of dunes to play around on the way out, and then yeah, back on the road and head further east. So check it out. Pat was determined to get over the top of this sand dune, but he just couldn't make it. He gave it one last good crack and then disaster struck. He come into the corner just a little bit too fast and he rode the car up on the outside bank, and then it got super steep up the bank and the car just slowly fell over. What the camera doesn't really show is how steep the side bank is and how steep the sand dune is. There was no trees to winch off, so we had to get my car up on the bank to use it as an anchor point, and then we had to winch that to another car. And then we also snatched block off a tiny little tree down in the bushes. It was about 1.5 inches. So we had ropes and things going everywhere, but we all got it sorted in the end.
It'll go. It's gonna be in a good spot. No, we're gonna just put it off the edge. Just set it down to there.
Oh, just off the edge in the bushes, and then someone can pull me out later.
If you better just backing up there and just trying to drive. You're just gonna end up here. We need to hook you up.
Yeah. Want out a bit?
That's free.
Oh, yeah. Yep, free. It's all going on here. Hey, Sherry.
Fucking pack truck.
Pat found the limit and he's got to back it off one.
Yeah, just one knot, one turn back.
I'll put some tension on mine.
Unless you found like the one free.
Bust out the Max Tracks, Louis. This is the most this car's ever flexed up, Age.
Good. Right, go back up, move over to your right.
Max Track saved the day.
Every time. Never doubted him.
Let's put him under your car.
Oh.
She's a rigger's dream.
I want to keep it all on this fucking tree.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
All right. Go, Pat.
Oh, hold up, Lou. Just pull the Macca's car down the bank. I reckon if you're hooked on, hopefully it doesn't pull it too far. Yeah, but 3, 2, 1, go. We've got a shovel, don't we? Yeah, that is
Trouble.
We could probably almost take a little. I'll dig it.
Just open up my center console. There's a little shifter in there.
Because there's no way to back up.
Oh fuck, Jerry! You're scaring me.
Yep.
Righto, Louis. Have it in, Louis. Go truck.
What do you reckon, Macca? Sherry, since you're the veteran rollover, what do you think?
It's basically level. Trophy off you. 10 out of 10 for execution. No damage. I reckon that's nailed it, Pat. You can join the club. Send Scott a message and say, fuck, your stuff's actually pretty good. Yeah. I feel like the door gaps look better. Yeah. And it didn't damage the roof anymore at all. Nah, I'd say you could do it again.
Yeah.
I don't reckon. Yeah, maybe just leave that one for a little bit. I think we're at a reception at the moment. McLovin.
Pat, undo yours now. We've all made mistakes before in our cars. I think most of us there have actually rolled cars before, trying to push the limits just that little bit too far. But at the end of the day, it was all good, very minimal damage and no other dramas.
Nothing's coming out, eh? No. Go again. Happy?
I found the problem, Pat. It's only got 9 horsepower.
Oh, fuck. Needed 10.
Needed 10.
That would have done it. We'll just
10 horsepower would have matched Sherry's, and then you would have landed back on your wheels.
Next time, we'll try again.
Close her up, Pat. What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, it's good for another one. One flat ground, going really slow.
Good for another one, you reckon?
Yeah,
how about just no more?
Like this surface, I'll probably need some assistance up that. That's a bit steep. Alright, well that was a bit of an interesting morning. Just part of the game, I suppose. So we're running a bit behind schedule. So we're going to keep heading east and just see where we get to. We might get to Mount Stronach or
over to Weir track or something. So that's the sort of direction we're heading. We've got a little bit of beach driving, and then yeah, we're back on the road heading east. After the dunes, we all aired the tyres up, we got a little bit of fuel, and then made the trek to Mount Stronach. This is actually a really fun track. It has some nice tight spots with heaps of rocks. It has some pretty technical sections in it, and it's got some good views at the end. Definitely worth checking out.
Syrian rights if have a rear locker sieve? Ah, right. You won't drive out of this lock then.
How'd you go, Mr. YouTube?
Yeah, good.
You didn't do any naughty stuff?
No, no naughty stuff.
Alright, we'll leave that for the young bloke, eh?
Better add one to it. Oh, it fell off. Try this one. Woo! You should see the sand coming out of your car.
Well, we found one of the peaks, the second peak I think it is, a pretty sick view. The track up here is actually sick fun too. This has been good. After you make it all the way to the end, you have to turn around and backtrack about halfway down the track again, and from then you can take a different way out. Seeing as the track is actually rocky and technical, it's fun going either way, so backtracking wasn't really an issue.
Mr. Smooth. Righto, left hand down there. Nice steering, Piz.
Well, that track was actually unreal. I quite enjoyed that one. Now, none of us actually aired down the tyres, so we still, like when we left the beach, we all pumped them up because we were down at like 10 and 12. So we all pumped them back up, and then we got there, no one wanted to let the tyres down. So some of the stuff probably looked harder than it should have been, but that's the way it goes. None of us could be bothered airing down. We're back on the main road again, and we're gonna find a campsite for the night and then see what tomorrow brings, so stay tuned. So we're cruising through Derby. I'd actually like to come back here mountain biking, but we have to stop and see what the pub has to offer, I reckon. We'll go for a beer and a feed. We finish off the night with an absolutely awesome feed at the Dorset Hotel in Derby. That's definitely worth checking out. And Timmy gave us a nice campsite about 2 minutes out of Derby on the river, which was an awesome place to stay. So that wraps up this first episode in Tassie. An eventful couple days, but plenty more action to come. In the next episode, we tackle Winifred Weir, and then we head over to the Pine Gunner Jeep track, which are two absolutely awesome tracks. So make sure you keep an eye out for that episode. Plenty more good times to come. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one.